Alright guys, I figured I would add one more review for tonight, and this one's a pretty special one, and it might get or not get the hype and everything that a lot of the hazies and all of these new school beers are getting, but this is going to be Sierra Nevada Celebration 2019. This beer is pretty special. When I started drinking craft beer, I say that like I'm old, but like the hazy stuff wasn't really a thing yet. And I remember going to the store, and you would get like random mixed six packs and stuff like that, or you would just buy like whatever you thought sounded cool at the time or you've heard of or stuff like that. And Sierra Nevada was obviously one of those breweries that kind of everybody had heard of. And Celebration, with it being a fresh hop, I remember getting into that. Drinking, what was the others? Victory had one. Man, there's so many. I remember, like, obviously, like Born Yesterday and stuff by Lagunitas. There's just a bunch of them. I'm drawing a blank right now. But like when I saw this was a fresh hop, I honestly wanted to get it because every other fresh hop beer that I've had was so good. And when I got this, it fell in line with that too. It's just a classic beer. I mean, I love the label on it. It just does something for me. I don't know what it is. I mean, just getting ready for the holiday season. It's got the house with the snow and stuff. It's just one of those things. I guess I don't know. The label might do it for me. I don't know if that's what it is or not. But let me give you some info on it. So it says it's their holiday IPA. The start of celebration season is a festive event. Once the first fresh hops arrive from harvest, the party begins. We first brewed Celebration 1981, so this has been around for a long time. Blazing the path for American-style IPAs and offering a new take on holiday beers, which are often spiced and sweet. Famous for its citrus and pine aromas, Celebration is bold and intense, featuring Cascade, Centennial, and Chinook hops, honoring everything we have at Sierra Nevada. So it's using a lot of the old school hops, to get those citrus and pine and a little bit of dank notes to it. But yeah. So, and I think it says the same thing on here. Yeah. This beer is 6.8%. It uses 2-row pale malt and caramelized malts. And like I said, it uses Cascade, Centennial, and Chinook. And then it just says L yeast on here. 65 IBUs. So anyway, yeah, it's just something about it. Every year I pick it up, and it's just, I don't know, it kind of signifies the start of like Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff like that. And this is a beer that I always strive to have around, in the fridge during these holiday, festivities and all that stuff. But usually I end up failing at that. But this year I think I want to try it. I might go pick some more up just to have stocked, for the holiday season. So anyway, let's crack the top and let's get it in the glass. So as you can see right away, it is not what you're probably used to with your IPAs. It looks a little darker on camera, but I mean it's not completely clear. You can kind of see my finger through it maybe, but it's clear. I would call it clear. It's just maybe a little bit of chill haze on it, but it comes in that deep amber color from those caramelized malts. And the head is dissipated pretty quickly. It's almost gone. It was a little bit off-white, rocky. Pretty decent amount of carbonation coming up. You might be able to see that on camera. I don't know. But anyway, it looks nice. It's just classic, man. It's a classic beer. I love this beer. Oh yeah. Right up front, that sweetness, that caramel sweetness. But then in the background, the pininess from those hops really shines through. The pininess and the citrus notes. It just mixes so perfectly with the malt backbone of this beer. There's something festive about it, and I'm probably completely influenced from the label on the bottle, but whatever. I don't care. It does it. It gets the job done. It's a holiday in a glass, in a different aspect than what you would think. It's not spiced. It's not it's not pepperminted. It's nothing that you would really associate with holidays, other than like the pininess and just thinking of being in out in some cottage in the woods and just with the fire going and all that. It's just an awesome beer. So let's get our nose in it and see what it tastes like or smells like. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's got the malt sweetness right up front, followed back by the pine and citrus notes. I mean, there's honestly not a ton else going on, but it gets the job done. It's something you just want every year, or at least I do. So let's taste it. Let's see what it tastes like. Big caramel sweetness. After drinking hazies and new school, hops, it's so different. It's so different because a lot of brewers now, they don't even want to use any crystal malts at all in their beers. And I homebrew as well, and we don't usually use crystal malts. It's just got a bad reputation over the years, and I don't know why. Because there are beers that are around, these classics that still do it, and in the West Coast beers and stuff like that. But it's just it's different. If you're not into the maltier beers and all you like is the hazies, you might not like this. Nice citrus note. It's got a dankness to it on the back end. And it sticks around. I mean, it's a sweet beer. Don't make it sound. I mean, it's not like a pastry stout thing. Like, obviously, it's just it lingers in a good way. This is one you can just sit at home, watch Christmas movies, and just pound them. That's part of what I'll be doing this holiday season. And since it's here, it's basically here. It's just good stuff, man. It's different. It's not what you drink on a daily basis, probably. And if you haven't had it, I really encourage you to go out and get it and just taste it. It's a classic beer that still holds its own even in today's market. There are a lot of the old school craft beer nerds. They always go out and get this beer, and I'll continue to do it. I really will. And it's a fresh hop, so you can't go wrong with that. They get them in from the harvest, and then they get them out really quickly. I think so. It's here. The date on this one is September 27th. So this beer always comes out, around the end of September, early November or October. I'm sorry. Gosh, I'm an idiot. So it's been in the bottle for a little while. Which it still doesn't sway me from getting it or not. I sound like this is gonna blow your socks off and all that, and it's not. It's not meant to do that. It's just something about it that's, excuse me. It just brings you back to kind of when you started drinking craft beer, if you've been drinking it for a while. And it's just a nice familiar beer that you can always come back to, and it's always good. As for a rating on this one, it's also getting a 4.25 from me. It's just good stuff. And even if it's not as good as I'm making it sound or whatever, it's just something about the identity that it has in the craft beer world and the craft beer market. So if you haven't had it, get out there and get it, try it. At least give it a chance. So yeah, so 4.25 from me. If you haven't had it, go out and try it. Let me know what you think. Thanks.